So recently I've been so into learning Japanese. It's a beautiful language, rich with culture, and freaking difficult, if I do say so myself. But I do love a good challenge. Hi, my name is Amanda, and today I'm bringing you my daily study routine that I do every single day, or rather every third day, perhaps. This is a routine I want to do every single day, but you get the point. So first thing, I make some coffee. After that, I review my WaniKani flashcards. WaniKani is this amazing website that teaches you kanji. It uses flashcards and this idea called space repetition system to help you remember the kanji and the characters. So this thing I actually do every single day. I review what I learned last day or last week or last month and so on. It's kind of like a daily workout for my brain, I guess. Repetition is key when it comes to language learning. If you do not review or repeat what you have learned, it will simply not stick to your brain. So next thing I do is to take my phone and open up the Duolingo app. I usually do one lesson every day. I know that some people think that Duolingo is not a good resource for learning a new language, but personally I think it's a fun supplement to my other resources. I've been with Duo for like 8 years now and I think it's super fun. It's time to get serious. I grab my Genki textbook, which is one of the most popular and beginner-friendly textbooks for Japanese out there. So naturally, I bought it on Amazon. I also take my trusty notebook where I write down everything I learn. So in the Genki textbook, I work through one lesson at a time, or at least a part of it. I am reading the dialogues and doing the exercises, as well as taking important notes. Since we are living in the future, this Genki textbook does not come with a CD. It comes with an app instead where you can download on your phone, where I listen to the exercises. And that is awesome. I love that. After finishing the lesson, or at least a part of it, I go to YouTube and look up TokiniAndy videos. He's an awesome teacher who explains the Genki lessons in more details and give a lot more examples, and he makes it really easy for you to understand. He also has a lot of other videos related to Japanese. I watch his videos and I take more notes, especially on the things that I find confusing or interesting. In the next step, I take a piece of paper and I rewrite all of my notes that I did during the Genki lesson and the TokiniAndy videos lesson. It may sound boring, but it's actually very effective because then you get to process on another level of what you have just learned. And also I love pimping my notes with some stickers and they make them really cute. So yeah, by rewriting my notes, it helps me to reinforce what I've learned and help the information I learned stick in my head. So now I'm feeling a bit mushy in the head. A lot of information is going inside. So let's take a break, make some more coffee because coffee is so tasty. Maybe even do a little bit of stretching. It is great to get up, to stretch, to get that oxygen flowing. At my cats, if they want to be petted, they are quite shy actually. Sometimes I do Pomodoro techniques where I work 25 minutes and then I take a rest for 5 minutes. I usually want to do this daily study routine. I work how long I want to, maybe 40-45 minutes, and then take a break for 10 to 15 minutes as well. I'm not done with WaniKani yet. They do have lessons, and this is where I do those lessons. I usually do like 3 to 6 kanjis, so it doesn't get too overwhelming if I'm about to learn like 20 kanjis. So WaniKani uses mnemonics. They use stories and other fun facts, which helps you remember kanjis better. So I do some of those. So after that, I grab my journal and I write down some sentences of what I have learned, what I have done, what I will be doing later, just to have some creative output, simply. The last step of my routine is the most fun. I watch an One Piece episode, my favorite anime. I watch it with English subtitles though, but I still get the input of just hearing the Japanese, which I think is very important, especially when you're learning, so you get used to the rhythm of the language. Sometimes I might catch a word that I recently learned and I'll be like, hey, I know, iriguchi, that means entrance. You know, fun stuff. I also learn phrases or other words just by hearing and looking. For example, I know that an island is called Shima. So watching One Piece is not only entertaining, but it's also very inspiring, I think. It keeps me motivated to learn Japanese, so I can understand the story and the characters on a deeper level. So that's it. That's how I study Japanese every single day. It may seem like a lot, but it's very manageable. The thing is, with any kind of learning, is that it should be fun. And it's also very important to not get burnt out. Sometimes you get this hyper-focus and just want to learn the language as quick as possible, and you sit the whole day, 10-12 hours, and then after a couple of days, it's like you get burnt out because you get so much information and the brain needs time to process the information. That's why sleeping is so good for learning stuff. During sleep, the brain gets to rest and process all the information that you have learned. So get your 8 hours of sleep, please do that. So each of these steps, they do have a purpose and a benefit to help me improve my skills, basically. It's not a lot of output. I want to get a tutor that can help me with Japanese, so that's the thing. I do not have speaking as an output in my daily study routine, but I do speak out loud when I read and do the exercises though. So that's one good thing. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'd love to hear from you guys down in the comments. How does your daily study routine look like? So until next time, happy studying, and I'll see you in my next video. Sayonara!